Our planet, a sphere of blue and white suspended in the vast silent darkness of space, is a world of endless wonder. For millennia, we have sought to understand its mysteries, to chart its continents, and to explore its deepest recesses. Yet, for all our endeavors, there remain corners of this earth that seem to belong to another realm entirely. Places so extraordinary, so breathtakingly beautiful, they challenge our very perception of what is possible. These are the hidden wonders, the secret masterpieces sculpted by the relentless forces of nature over countless eons, waiting patiently to be discovered, to be witnessed, to be felt. Join us now, as we embark on a cinematic voyage unlike any other. We will journey to the far-flung edges of the globe, from the sun-scorched deserts to the frozen heart of the poles, from the highest peaks to the abyssal depths of the ocean. This is not merely a tour of beautiful locations. It is an immersion into the very soul of our world. Through this lens, we will witness landscapes that mirror the heavens, canyons that whisper tales of ancient waters, and islands where life has evolved in splendid isolation, creating forms both bizarre and beautiful, a testament to the sheer unbridled creativity of evolution. This visual odyssey promises to reveal phenomena that often defy belief, landscapes so surreal they seem born from a painter's dream. We will see mountains striped with the colors of the rainbow, caves illuminated by living light, and waters that hold the secrets of primordial earth. It is a journey designed to reawaken our innate sense of curiosity, to remind us of the profound and intricate beauty that exists all around us, often just beyond the well-trodden path. It is a call to look closer, to listen to the silent stories told by rock and water, and to marvel at the grand, unfolding drama of our planet. So, prepare to rediscover the world you thought you knew. Allow yourself to be captivated, to be moved, and to be inspired. Let us cast aside the familiar and embrace the extraordinary. For in these hidden treasures, we find not only the planet's most spectacular artistry, but also a deeper connection to the Earth itself. A powerful reminder of its fragility, its resilience, and its enduring magic. The journey into Earth's hidden wonders begins now, a celebration of the magnificent, awe-inspiring planet we are privileged to call home. In the high-altitude heart of the Andes lies Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, a vast, blinding white expanse where earth and sky merge. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms the salt into a giant mirror, erasing the horizon and reflecting the heavens above. At night, stars and galaxies shimmer both above and below, creating a surreal, dreamlike world. Salar de Uyuni is more than a landscape. It's a breathtaking experience, where the earth truly holds a mirror to the sky. In the arid heart of the American Southwest on Navajo land near Page, Arizona, the Earth holds a secret of exquisite beauty. From the surface, there is little to suggest the wonder that lies just beneath the sun-baked sand. A mere crack in the rock, a narrow fissure, is the only hint. But to descend into this opening is to enter another world. This is Antelope Canyon, a slot canyon not carved by wind or tectonic upheaval, but by the patient, persistent, and often violent power of water. A testament to the artistry of erosion, sculpted over countless millennia. The canyon's story is one of flash floods. During the monsoon season, rainwater gathers over the vast plateau above, funneling into the narrow passageways with incredible force. This rushing water, laden with sand and grit, acts like a liquid sculptor's tool. It scours the soft Navajo sandstone, smoothing its edges, deepening its channels, and carving the fantastical shapes that define this subterranean marvel. The process is slow, an act of geological patience, yet the force that drives it is sudden and immensely powerful, a reminder of nature's dual capacity for creation and destruction. The walls of Antelope Canyon are not straight or jagged but fluid and graceful, like fabric frozen in motion. They curve and flow in sinuous waves, creating chambers and corridors that feel organic, almost alive. The sandstone itself is a tapestry of color, with bands of red, orange, pink, and purple swirling together in hypnotic patterns. These hues are the result of different mineral deposits laid down over millions of years, now exposed by the relentless chisel of the water. To walk here is to walk through the pages of geological time, with each curve and color telling a story of its own ancient past. For the Navajo people, this is more than just a geological formation. It is a sacred and spiritual place. They call it Tse Bighanalini, which means the place where water runs through rocks. It is a site to be entered with respect and reverence, a natural cathedral that symbolizes the power of nature and the passage of time. The canyon's existence is a delicate balance. The very forces that created this place of serene beauty are the same flash floods that can make it incredibly dangerous, a powerful and humbling reminder of our relationship with the natural world. The true magic of Antelope Canyon is revealed not just in its shape, but in its interaction with light. The canyon is narrow at the top, opening only slightly to the sky above. As the sun journeys across the heavens, its rays penetrate the darkness below, transforming the space into a cathedral of light. The beams of sunlight are not direct or harsh. Instead, they are filtered and softened as they bounce off the multiple curves of the canyon walls. This diffusion of light creates a soft, ethereal glow that seems to emanate from the rock itself, filling the chambers with a warm and otherworldly luminescence. The most sought-after moments occur during the summer months, around midday. When the sun is directly overhead, powerful concentrated beams of light pierce the gloom, striking the sandy floor below. These light shafts are stunningly beautiful, appearing as solid pillars of illumination, like spotlights from the heavens. Dust and sand particles, kicked up by the gentle breeze or the footsteps of visitors, hang suspended in the air, catching the light and making the beams visible in all their glory. It is a transient and breathtaking spectacle, a perfect alignment of time, place, and celestial mechanics. The quality of light changes constantly throughout the day and the year. In the morning, the colors are soft, with deep purples and cool blues dominating the shadows. As the day progresses, the palette warms to fiery oranges and deep, rich reds. Every step, every turn of the head, reveals a new composition of light, shadow, and form. The canyon becomes a living kaleidoscope, its appearance shifting with the subtle movements of the sun. It is this dynamic interplay that makes every visit unique, a performance that is never repeated in exactly the same way. Photographing this place is both a challenge and a reward. Capturing the sheer dynamic range, from the brilliant light beams to the deep, colorful shadows, requires patience and skill. Yet it is this very challenge that draws artists and photographers from around the world. They come to witness and to document this sublime collaboration between water, rock, and light. Antelope Canyon is a powerful reminder that some of the planet's most profound beauty is not found in grand, open vistas, but in the quiet, hidden spaces where nature has worked its magic in secret for an eternity. In the Indian Ocean lies Socotra, a land of ancient isolation and unique life. Its most iconic inhabitant, the dragon's blood tree, bleeds crimson resin and stands as a symbol of survival and myth. But this living fossil faces threats from climate change and development. Socotra's fragile wonders remind us of nature's creativity and our responsibility to protect it for generations to come. In the heart of Turkey's inner Aegean region, a hillside gleams with a brilliance so intense, it appears to be covered in snow or fashioned from vast mounds of cotton. This is Pamukkale, which in Turkish means cotton castle. It is a geological marvel, a spectacle of nature's artistry that has captivated visitors for thousands of years. What we are witnessing is not ice, nor is it cotton, but a series of terraced basins formed from travertine, a sedimentary rock deposited by mineral-rich thermal waters. The sight is surreal, a cascading white waterfall frozen in time, shimmering under the Mediterranean sun. The story of Pamukkale begins deep within the earth. Subterranean volcanic activity heats water, infusing it with a high concentration of calcium carbonate. As this supersaturated water emerges from hot springs at the top of a 200-meter-high cliff, it cools, releasing carbon dioxide and depositing the calcium carbonate as a soft, gel-like substance. Over millennia, layer upon layer of this white deposit known as travertine has hardened into the rock that forms the terraces. It is a slow, patient process of creation, with each drop of water contributing to the ever-growing masterpiece. The water flows from one gleaming white basin to the next, creating a network of shallow, milky blue pools that terrace down the hillside. The temperatures in these pools range from warm to hot, offering a natural spa that has been in use for millennia. Walking barefoot on the textured wet travertine is a unique sensory experience, the warm water gently lapping at your feet as you move between pools. It is a landscape that invites interaction, a place where one can physically connect with the geological forces that have shaped our planet over eons. This constant flow of water means the landscape is never static, it is perpetually changing, growing, and being reshaped. New layers of white are constantly being laid down, while old sections are altered by the ceaseless current. Pamukkale is a living, breathing geological formation. Its beauty is ephemeral, dependent on the delicate balance of its underground water source. It serves as a powerful reminder that the wonders of our world are not mere monuments, but dynamic systems in a constant state of flux, sculpted by the patient, invisible hands of nature. Perched atop this white fortress of travertine are the ruins of an ancient city, Hierapolis. Founded in the 2nd century BCE by the Attalid kings of Pergamon, this Greco-Roman spa town was built specifically to take advantage of the therapeutic thermal waters. People flocked here from all over the Roman Empire seeking cures for their ailments in the sacred hot springs. The city flourished, becoming a center for healing and worship, its grand theaters, temples, and colonnaded streets all testament to the power and allure of Pamukkale's waters. The heart of the ancient city was the sacred pool, now often called Cleopatra's Pool, though there is no historical evidence she ever visited. Here one can swim amongst the very ruins of the old city. Submerged marble columns and fragments of ancient temples lie on the pool's floor, toppled by a devastating earthquake in the 7th century. To float in these warm, effervescent waters, surrounded by the ghosts of Roman architecture, is to be transported back in time. It is a direct, physical immersion into history, a truly unique experience where nature and human heritage converge. The vast necropolis of Hierapolis, one of the largest and best preserved in Turkey, stretches for over 2 kilometers. It contains an incredible variety of tombs, sarcophagi, and mausoleums, reflecting the diverse origins of the people who came to Hierapolis to be healed, and who often remained for eternity. These elaborate final resting places underscore the immense importance of the site in the ancient world. They are silent storytellers, whispering tales of faith, hope, and the universal human search for solace and healing in the embrace of nature's wonders. Today, the combined site of Hierapolis-Pamukkale is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a recognition of its dual significance, both natural and cultural. Efforts are now in place to protect this fragile environment from the pressures of modern tourism, ensuring the flow of mineral water is preserved to maintain the white terraces. The legacy of Hierapolis serves as a powerful reminder of our long-standing relationship with the Earth's geological treasures, a connection that spans millennia and continues to inspire awe and reverence in all who come to witness this cotton castle and its sacred pools. In the Wulingyuan scenic area of China's Hunan province, there exists a forest unlike any other on Earth. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a landscape of immense quartz sandstone pillars that rise vertically from the forest floor. There are over 3,000 of these slender peaks, some stretching hundreds of meters into the air, their tops crowned with lush, green vegetation. When mist and clouds roll through the valley, these pillars appear to float, detached from the earth, creating an ethereal spectacle that seems to belong to a realm of myth and fantasy. These incredible formations are not the work of volcanic upheaval but of patient physical erosion over millions of years. The region was once an ancient ocean, and the sandstone was deposited layer by layer on the seabed. Later, geological uplift raised the land, and the relentless forces of nature began their work. Water, ice, and the roots of plants exploited vertical cracks in the sandstone, gradually widening them and carving away the softer rock. What remains are these resilient pillars, standing as towering monuments to the slow, artistic power of erosion. One of the most famous of these pillars, formerly known as the Southern Sky Column, now bears a new name. It was officially renamed the Avatar Hallelujah Mountain in honor of the floating mountains it inspired in the film Avatar. The connection is undeniable. The filmmakers drew heavily on the otherworldly beauty of Zhangjiajie to create their fictional world of Pandora, and in doing so brought this remote and stunning landscape to the attention of the entire world. It is a fascinating example of nature inspiring art, and art, in turn, shaping our perception and appreciation of nature. Exploring this park is an exercise in changing perspectives. One can gaze up from the valley floor, feeling dwarfed by the sheer scale of the stone columns. Or, one can take the Beilong elevator, a glass lift built into the side of a cliff, to ascend to the top and look down upon the sea of peaks. From this vantage point, the world transforms into a vast, three-dimensional maze of stone and forest, a vertical labyrinth that challenges our understanding of what a landscape can be. It is a place that truly must be seen to be believed. Life has found a way to thrive in this vertical world. The tops of the pillars and the narrow ledges on their sides are home to their own miniature ecosystems. Hardy trees and shrubs cling tenaciously to the rock, their roots seeking out every available crack and fissure. These pockets of life, isolated high above the main forest floor, create hanging gardens that add to the park's surreal beauty. They are a testament to the resilience of life, demonstrating its ability to colonize even the most improbable and precarious of habitats, turning bare rock into a vibrant green oasis. Connecting these towering peaks are marvels of human engineering. The Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon Glass Bridge, once the longest and tallest of its kind in the world, offers a heart-stopping walk across a chasm with a dizzying view of the forest floor far below. It provides a unique bird's-eye perspective of the landscape, allowing visitors to feel as though they are walking on air, suspended between the pillars. These structures, while modern, are designed to complement the natural wonder of the park, offering new ways to experience its grandeur without detracting from it. The park is also a sanctuary for a rich diversity of wildlife. The dense forests and secluded valleys provide a safe haven for numerous species, including the Chinese giant salamander, the clouded leopard, and the rhesus macaque. The monkeys in particular are a common sight, fearlessly navigating the steep cliffs and trees, their playful antics adding a dynamic element of life to the ancient silent stones. Their presence reminds us that this is not just a geological spectacle, it is a living, breathing ecosystem, complex and full of hidden wonders. Zhangjiajie is a landscape that fires the imagination. It is a place where the raw power of geological time is on full display, creating a world that feels both ancient and alien. It challenges our sense of scale and possibility, showing us that our planet's capacity for creating beauty is truly limitless. To wander among these pillars is to walk through a living dream, a fantasy made real by the patient, inexorable forces of water and time, a floating world that continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who venture into its misty embrace. Deep beneath New Zealand's green hills lies the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, a world of silent beauty and living light. Here, thousands of glowworms create a starry sky, their blue-green bioluminescence illuminating the darkness. Drifting silently by boat, you witness nature's masterpiece, an underground galaxy, alive and ever-changing. In this quiet dark, the Waitomo Caves remind us, even in the deepest shadows, life creates breathtaking wonder. Off the southern coast of Western Australia, nestled on the largest of the islands that make up the Research Archipelago, lies a spectacle that defies all expectation. From the air, it appears as if a giant has spilled a vast puddle of pink paint amidst the deep green of the surrounding eucalyptus forest. This is Lake Hillier, a body of water whose vibrant bubblegum pink hue seems utterly unnatural, a surreal splash of color against the turquoise canvas of the nearby Southern Ocean. It is a sight that challenges our very perception of what a lake should look like, a geological and biological marvel. The lake is not a fleeting phenomenon, its startling color is permanent. Even when the water is collected in a container, it retains its distinctive rosy shade, confirming that the color is not a trick of the light or a reflection from the lakebed. It is an intrinsic property of the water itself. For centuries, the cause of this extraordinary coloration remained a mystery, baffling sailors, explorers, and scientists alike. The lake is separated from the ocean by only a narrow strip of sand dunes and dense woodland, making its unique chemistry and appearance all the more remarkable and isolated. The contrast in colors is what makes Lake Hillier so visually arresting. The pure white salt that crusts the shoreline creates a brilliant frame for the pink water. This is then enveloped by the dark green of the paperbark and eucalyptus trees, which in turn gives way to the deep sapphire blue of the ocean. It's a palette that seems more suited to a painter's imagination than to a natural landscape. The lake is relatively small, only about 600 meters in length, but its impact is immense, a testament to the incredible and often bizarre beauty that can arise from unique environmental conditions. Despite its alarming appearance, the water of Lake Hillier is harmless to humans. Its most notable characteristic, besides the color, is its extreme salinity, comparable to that of the Dead Sea. This high salt concentration creates a buoyant environment where swimming would be more like floating. The very conditions that make it inhospitable to most forms of life are precisely what have allowed the lake's peculiar inhabitants to thrive, creating one of the planet's most striking and unusual natural wonders, a pink jewel in a sea of green and blue. For many years, the mystery of Lake Hillier's color was attributed to various causes, but recent scientific investigation has finally pulled back the curtain on this natural enigma. The vibrant pink is not caused by a single organism, but by a community of microscopic life forms known as extremophiles, organisms that flourish in environments hostile to most other life. The primary artist responsible for this hue is a species of microalgae called Dunaliella salina, a creature that has mastered survival in hypersaline conditions. This is the very same alga that gives other salt lakes their reddish or pinkish tints. To protect itself from the intense salinity and sunlight, Dunaliella salina produces vast quantities of beta-carotene, the same red-orange pigment that gives carrots and sweet potatoes their color. In the concentrated environment of Lake Hillier, the sheer volume of this pigment produced by billions upon billions of individual algae is enough to dye the entire body of water a vivid pink. It is a remarkable survival strategy, a microscopic shield against the harsh elements that, on a macroscopic scale, creates a breathtakingly beautiful landscape. The lake is, in essence, a living, breathing testament to adaptation, but the algae are not working alone. They share their unique home with another group of extremophiles, halobacteria. These salt-loving archaea, particularly species like Salinobacter ruber, also contain a red pigment in their cell membranes called bacteriorhodopsin. This pigment assists them in photosynthesis, allowing them to harness sunlight for energy. The combined effect of the beta-carotene from the algae and the bacteriorhodopsin from the bacteria intensifies the lake's pinkness, creating a rich, saturated color that is almost unbelievable in its vibrancy. The entire ecosystem of Lake Hillier is a delicate balance between these microscopic inhabitants, the high salt concentration, and the abundant sunlight. It is a perfectly contained world, a natural laboratory demonstrating how life can adapt and thrive in the most extreme of conditions. The lake is a reminder that the world's most spectacular sights are often the result of the smallest, most resilient forms of life, working in concert to paint the planet with colors we could barely imagine, a living masterpiece of microbiology. In the heart of the vast Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, a landscape of stark and windswept beauty, lies a wound in the earth that has been burning for half a century. Known to locals as the Gates of Hell or the Door to Hell, the Darvaza gas crater is a spectacle of relentless fiery power. It is not a natural volcano, but a monument to a human miscalculation, an industrial accident that has inadvertently created one of the world's most dramatic and enduring landmarks. By day, it is a gaping hole in the desert floor, but by night it transforms the landscape, casting a demonic, flickering glow that can be seen from miles away. The story begins in 1971, when Soviet geologists, prospecting for oil and natural gas in this remote region, set up a drilling rig over what they believed was a substantial oil field. However, the ground beneath the heavy equipment was not solid rock, but a fragile crust above a vast cavern filled with natural gas. The rig's weight proved too much. The ground collapsed, swallowing the entire drilling rig and camp, though thankfully no lives were reported lost. This collapse breached a massive underground pocket of methane, releasing a torrent of toxic gas into the atmosphere. Faced with a potentially catastrophic environmental disaster, the geologists made a fateful decision. Fearing the spread of the poisonous methane gas to nearby towns and its impact on the local fauna, they decided to burn it off. This was a common practice at the time for dealing with such leaks. They lit a fire, expecting the gas to burn out within a few weeks at most. They could not have known the sheer scale of the reservoir they had tapped into. The fire they started that day has never gone out. For over 50 years, the crater, which measures nearly 70 meters in diameter and 30 meters deep, has been burning continuously. It is a colossal subterranean bonfire fueled by an almost inexhaustible supply of natural gas from one of the largest reserves on the planet. The flames leap and dance, consuming a staggering amount of fuel every single day, turning the desert sand at its edge to glass. It has become a permanent fiery scar on the landscape, a humbling and terrifying reminder of the immense power hidden just beneath our feet. The environment in and around the Darvaza crater is one of the most extreme on Earth. The heat radiating from the Inferno is immense, creating a microclimate of scorching air that shimmers and distorts the view of the desert beyond. Approaching the edge requires caution, as the ground is unstable and the intense heat can be overwhelming. The roar of the flames is a constant deafening presence, a sound that speaks of raw, untamable energy. It is a truly primeval scene, a vision of a world on fire, created not by volcanic forces but by human hands. Despite the hellish conditions, life, in its most tenacious forms, has found a way to exist here. Scientists have been drawn to this unique location, not just for its spectacle, but for the possibility of discovering extremophilic bacteria thriving in the hot, gas-rich soil at the crater's rim. It is believed that organisms capable of surviving here could offer clues about the potential for life to exist on other planets with harsh, methane-rich atmospheres. The door to hell, an accidental creation, has become an unexpected and invaluable natural laboratory for astrobiologists. Over the decades, the crater has transformed from a symbol of industrial failure into a surreal tourist attraction. Intrepid travelers journey deep into the Karakum Desert to witness the spectacle for themselves, camping under the eerie orange glow it casts upon the night sky. The sight of thousands of individual flames, each a small jet of fire erupting from the crater floor, is both hypnotic and terrifying. It is a place that evokes a powerful sense of awe, a direct and visceral connection to the planet's vast geological forces and the fossil fuels that power our modern world. The future of the door to hell remains uncertain. The Turkmen government has on several occasions expressed a desire to extinguish the fire and tap into the valuable gas reserves it consumes, yet the technical challenge of doing so is immense, and for now, the fire continues to burn. It remains a potent symbol of consequence, a fiery testament to an accident frozen in time, and a breathtaking if unsettling wonder of the modern world. It is a constant burning reminder that sometimes our attempts to control nature can unleash a power far greater than we can ever hope to contain. In the Peruvian Andes, Vinicunca, the Rainbow Mountain, emerges in breathtaking color, its stripes of turquoise, gold and red revealing a story written in minerals over millennia. Each vibrant layer is a testament to the planet's artistry and the dynamic forces that shape our world. To stand here is to witness Earth's living canvas, beautiful, fragile, and deserving of our protection. In the heart of the Anatolian Plateau in Turkey, lies a landscape that seems to have sprung from the pages of a fantasy. This is Cappadocia, a region where nature and history have conspired to create something utterly unique. The most striking features are these bizarre, conical rock formations that rise from the valley floor like a forest of stone spires. Known as fairy chimneys, they are the product of a dramatic and fiery past. Millions of years ago, volcanic eruptions blanketed this region in a thick layer of soft, porous rock called tuff, which was then covered by a thinner, harder layer of basalt. The creation of these enchanting structures is a masterclass in differential erosion. Water, the planet's most patient sculptor, has worked tirelessly over countless millennia. Rain and melting snow carved their way through the landscape, easily wearing away the soft tuff. However, the resilient basalt capstones acted as protective umbrellas, shielding the tuff directly beneath them. The result is these incredible pillars, each crowned with a dark, sturdy cap, standing as solitary monuments to the power of erosion. Each chimney is a unique sculpture, its form dictated by the whims of wind and water. But the story of Cappadocia does not end with its geology. For centuries, humans have interacted with this strange landscape in the most intimate way. They did not simply build upon the land, they built within it. The soft tuff, so easily eroded by nature, was also easily carved by human hands. From the 4th century onwards, early Christian communities, seeking refuge from persecution, began to hew dwellings, churches, and entire monasteries directly into the fairy chimneys and surrounding cliffs. This was not just shelter, it was a sanctuary carved from the very heart of the earth. These cave dwellings evolved into vast, interconnected subterranean cities, some extending 8 levels deep underground. They were complete with ventilation shafts, wells, stables, and chapels, capable of housing thousands of people for months at a time. The rock that provided the raw material for the fairy chimneys, also provided a safe haven for entire civilizations. It is a profound symbiosis between humanity and geology, where the landscape has not only shaped life, but has been physically shaped by it in return, creating a world that is both natural and man-made. As dawn breaks over the Cappadocian valleys, a modern ritual begins, one that has become as iconic as the fairy chimneys themselves. The gentle roar of burners fills the cool morning air, and one by one, colossal, colorful orbs rise gracefully into the sky. The daily hot air balloon ascent over Cappadocia is more than just a tourist activity. It is a spectacle that transforms this already magical landscape into something truly dreamlike. Hundreds of balloons drift silently in the gentle currents of the morning air, a floating armada navigating a sea of stone spires. From this vantage point, the true scale and strangeness of Cappadocia are revealed. The undulating valleys, the clusters of fairy chimneys, and the ancient cave dwellings create a tapestry of texture and form that is impossible to appreciate fully from the ground. The low golden light of sunrise catches the contours of the land, casting long, dramatic shadows that accentuate the surreal topography. It is a perspective that offers a profound sense of peace and wonder, a silent drift through a world sculpted by fire and water, and inhabited for millennia. The balloons themselves become part of the landscape, adding their own vibrant colors to the muted, earthy tones of the rock below. Their slow, majestic dance is a ballet choreographed by the wind. Each pilot expertly navigates the unseen currents, rising to catch a breeze moving in one direction, then descending into a valley to find another flowing in the opposite. It is a delicate and skillful art, ensuring that each journey provides a unique and breathtaking perspective of this geological wonderland, a silent flight through a living museum. This daily spectacle is a modern chapter in Cappadocia's long and storied history. It represents a new way for humanity to connect with this ancient place, not by carving into it, but by floating gently above it in silent reverence. The sight of the balloons against the rising sun has become a symbol of hope and beauty, drawing people from across the globe to witness this fusion of natural wonder and human ingenuity. It is a testament to our enduring fascination with flight, and our deep instinctual desire to see our world from a different, more wondrous perspective. Off the coast of Belize, set within the vibrant turquoise waters of the Lighthouse Reef Atoll, lies a feature of profound and startling contrast. From the air, it appears as a perfect dark blue circle, a giant pupil staring up from the ocean's depths. This is the Great Blue Hole. It is a colossal marine sinkhole, over 300 meters across and plunging to a depth of 124 meters. Its near-perfect circular shape and the dramatic shift in color from the surrounding shallows make it one of the most recognizable and mysterious geological formations on the planet. This submarine cavern was not always submerged beneath the waves. During the last ice age, when global sea levels were much lower, this was a vast, dry limestone cave system. Colossal stalactites and stalagmites formed over thousands of years as mineral-rich water dripped from the ceiling. It was a subterranean world of immense geological sculptures, hidden deep within the earth. But as the ice age ended and the great glaciers melted, the sea level rose dramatically, flooding the cave and causing its fragile roof to collapse inwards, creating the sinkhole we see today. The sheer vertical walls of the blue hole are a testament to its terrestrial origins. For divers descending into its depths, the journey is like traveling back in time. The upper rim teems with the vibrant life of the surrounding reef, coral, sponges, and schools of colorful fish. But as one goes deeper, the light fades and the water grows still and clear. The walls become bare rock, and soon the ghostly shapes of giant stalactites begin to emerge from the gloom, some measuring over 12 meters in length. They hang like massive stone icicles, frozen monuments to a lost subterranean world. These underwater formations are a geological paradox. Stalactites can only form in a dry environment, exposed to the air. Their presence here, deep beneath the surface of the Caribbean Sea, is irrefutable evidence of the dramatic changes our planet has undergone. They are silent witnesses to the rise and fall of oceans, the shifting of climates, and the slow, inexorable power of geological time. The Great Blue Hole is not merely a hole in the seafloor, it is a submerged cathedral of geology, a portal to the planet's distant, icy past. The descent into the Great Blue Hole is a journey into an alien world, one that becomes progressively more mysterious. Below the level of the ancient stalactites, at a depth of around 90 meters, a layer of hydrogen sulfide blankets the whole. This murky, toxic cloud obscures the view below, and beneath it, the water is anoxic, devoid of oxygen, and therefore devoid of the life we typically associate with the ocean. It is a stark, silent, and eerie environment, a world within a world where the normal rules of the marine ecosystem no longer apply. Yet even in this seemingly inhospitable realm, there are secrets to be found. Expeditions that have penetrated this toxic layer have discovered the remains of ancient life. The skeletons of giant ground sloths and other extinct creatures have been found preserved in the sediment at the bottom, creatures that fell into the dry cave thousands of years ago. The anoxic conditions that prevent life from thriving today have perfectly preserved the evidence of life from another time, turning the bottom of the blue hole into a unique paleontological tomb. The walls of the hole also hold clues to the past. By analyzing the mineral composition of the stalactites, scientists can reconstruct ancient climate patterns. The layers within the rock act like tree rings, recording periods of drought and heavy rainfall that occurred thousands of years ago. The Great Blue Hole is not just a geological spectacle, it is a priceless scientific archive. It provides a detailed record of prehistoric hurricanes and other extreme weather events, helping us to understand the long-term cycles of our planet's climate and perhaps to better predict its future. Exploring the Great Blue Hole is therefore an act of discovery on multiple levels. It is a personal adventure into a place of stunning and eerie beauty. It is a geological journey back to the Ice Age. And it is a scientific mission that unlocks the secrets of ancient climates and ecosystems. It stands as a profound reminder that the deepest, darkest places on our planet are not empty voids, but are often repositories of knowledge, holding the keys to understanding the long and complex story of our ever-changing world. In the remote borderlands of Arizona and Utah lies the Wave, a surreal masterpiece of swirling sandstone sculpted by wind and water over millions of years. Its delicate beauty is fiercely protected with only a handful of visitors allowed each day. The vibrant colors and flowing lines tell a story of deep time, reminding us of nature's artistry and fragility. The Wave stands as a symbol of wild beauty and the importance of conservation. Rising from the Amazon basin, Mount Roraima is a vast, flat-topped plateau, an island in the clouds. Its sheer cliffs and mist-shrouded summit create a world apart, home to unique plants and animals found nowhere else. The Paimon people call it the great, ever-fruitful mother of streams, a place of myth and legend. Wind and rain have sculpted bizarre rock formations, while rare frogs and carnivorous plants thrive in this ancient, isolated landscape. To visit Roraima is to witness the raw power of nature and the incredible adaptability of life. In the forests of western Ukraine, near Klavan, lies the Tunnel of Love, a railway line transformed by nature into a breathtaking green corridor. Trees arch overhead, shaped by passing trains, creating a living tunnel that feels like a fairy tale. Couples and photographers flock here, drawn by its romance and legend. Each season brings new beauty, lush green in summer, fiery colors in autumn, and a silent, frosted wonderland in winter. The Tunnel of Love is a living work of art, where nature and industry meet in perfect harmony. Deep beneath Mexico's Chihuahuan Desert lies the Cave of Crystals, a subterranean cathedral filled with colossal selenite beams. Formed over hundreds of thousands of years in intense heat and humidity, these crystals are among the largest on Earth. Their discovery was accidental, and their future is fragile. Exposed to air, they now face decay. The Cave of Crystals is a breathtaking reminder of Earth's hidden wonders and the delicate balance of nature's masterpieces. In the far north, the sky comes alive with the aurora borealis, a celestial dance of light and color. Solar winds from the sun collide with Earth's atmosphere, creating shimmering curtains of green, pink, and violet. For centuries, these lights have inspired awe, myth, and wonder. Today we know the science, but to stand beneath the aurora is to feel connected to the universe, a fleeting masterpiece painted across the night sky. Deep in Iceland, Vatnajökull Glacier hides a magical world, its ephemeral blue ice caves. Step inside, and you're surrounded by ancient sapphire blue ice, sculpted by meltwater and time. The dense, bubble-free ice filters sunlight, bathing the caves in an ethereal glow. These caves are fragile, ever-changing, and a humbling reminder of nature's power and beauty. Their fleeting beauty is a symbol of our changing climate, and a wonder to protect. In the heart of the Jordan Rift Valley lies the Dead Sea, Earth's lowest point more than 400 meters below sea level. Its waters are nearly 10 times saltier than the ocean, creating a harsh mineral-rich world where only the hardiest microbes survive. The sea's legendary buoyancy lets visitors float effortlessly, but its embrace is unforgiving. As the shoreline recedes, this ancient wonder faces an uncertain future, a stark reminder of nature's fragility. Deep within British Columbia's Similkameen Valley lies Spotted Lake, or Kliluk, a sacred site for the Okanagan Silks people. Each summer water evaporates, revealing hundreds of vibrant mineral pools in dazzling colors. This natural spectacle is shaped by magnesium, calcium, and sodium sulfates, creating a living canvas. Protected and revered, Spotted Lake is a powerful symbol of nature's artistry and cultural heritage, its beauty shifting with the seasons. On the rugged northern coast of County Antrim, where the wild Atlantic Ocean meets the land, lies the Giant's Causeway, a breathtaking expanse of 40,000 interlocking basalt columns. Born from ancient volcanic eruptions, these mostly hexagonal pillars stretch from cliffs to sea, inspiring both awe and legend. According to myth, the giant Finn McCool built this path to Scotland, a story as enduring as the stones themselves. The Giant's Causeway remains a masterpiece of nature and imagination, where science and legend walk side by side. In the heart of East Java, Mount Bromo rises from the sea of sand, a restless giant venting white, sulfurous smoke. This dramatic landscape is sacred to the Tengerese people, who honor the volcano with ancient rituals. At sunrise, the sky ignites, illuminating the volcanic cones and casting shadows over the caldera. Here, life clings to the ash, and tradition endures in the shadow of one of nature's most formidable wonders. Across several provinces in southern China, the earth has painted one of its most colorful masterpieces. This is the Danxia landform, a geological wonder characterized by its stunning, multi-hued rock formations. The name itself, meaning red cloud, only hints at the full palette on display. Here, layers of red-colored sandstone and other mineral deposits have been sculpted by wind and water over millions of years into a landscape of surreal beauty. The mountains appear as if they have been brushed with giant strokes of crimson, ochre, yellow, and green, creating a visual symphony that defies belief. It is a geological gallery, open to the sky. The origin of this vibrant spectacle lies deep in the past, in the Cretaceous period, more than 66 million years ago. Vast inland basins collected enormous quantities of sediment, carried by rivers from surrounding mountains. Different climatic conditions and mineral compositions created distinct layers, like a geological timeline written in stone. Over eons, the immense pressure of subsequent deposits compacted this sediment into rock. The iron oxides present in the sandstone are the primary artists here, rusting over time to create the brilliant red hues that dominate the landscape, a slow-burning oxidation process on a planetary scale. The subsequent uplift of the Himalayan plateau caused these sedimentary basins to buckle and fold, exposing the layered rock to the elements. This tectonic activity was the catalyst that began the sculpting process. Rain, wind, and the freeze-thaw cycle became the chisels, patiently carving away at the softer rock, etching deep valleys and shaping the towering pillars and dramatic cliffs we see today. The result is a landscape of incredible complexity and texture, with smooth flowing curves and sharp angular ridges existing side by side, a dynamic interplay between geological force and gradual erosion. What makes the Danxia Formation so visually arresting is the sheer clarity of the stratification. The different colored layers are not blended but remain distinct, creating sharp parallel bands that wrap around the contours of the hills. It is like looking at a cross-section of geological time, where each stripe represents a different chapter in the Earth's history, a different climate, a different world. To walk through this landscape is to walk through time itself, surrounded by the silent, stony evidence of an ancient and ever-changing planet, a library whose books are mountains. The most famous example of this phenomenon is found in the Zhangjiajie National Geopark in Gansu Province. Here, the colors are at their most vivid, earning the formations the popular name, the Rainbow Mountains. The slopes ripple with bands of color that seem almost artificial in their intensity. It is a landscape that challenges our perception of the natural world, a place where the ordinary rules of color and form seem to be suspended. The visual impact is overwhelming, a sensory feast that draws visitors from across the globe, all seeking to witness this extraordinary display of natural artistry for themselves. The shapes of the Danxia landforms are as varied as their colors. In some areas they form steep monolithic towers and pillars, while in others they create undulating hills and gentle slopes. This variety is a direct result of the rock's composition and the specific erosional forces at play. Water, the master sculptor, has carved intricate ravines and hidden caves, while the relentless wind has polished surfaces to a smooth, glossy finish. Exploring this terrain reveals a constant stream of new perspectives, where every turn in the path unveils a different combination of color, light, and shadow, a truly dynamic environment. This unique geology supports a surprisingly diverse ecosystem. While the rock faces themselves may seem barren, the valleys and gentler slopes are home to a range of hardy plants and shrubs adapted to the dry conditions. These pockets of green provide a striking contrast to the vibrant reds and yellows of the surrounding rock, adding another layer of complexity to the visual tapestry. They are a reminder that life is tenacious, capable of finding a foothold in even the most seemingly inhospitable of places. Its quiet persistence a counterpoint to the grand, silent spectacle of the stone. As the sun moves across the sky, the character of the Danxia landscape changes dramatically. The low light of dawn and dusk intensifies the colors, making the reds deeper and the yellows more golden. The long shadows accentuate the contours of the hills, adding depth and drama to the scene. It is during these golden hours that the mountains truly seem to come alive, their colors shifting and glowing with an inner luminescence. It is a fleeting, magical transformation, a daily performance that underscores the profound beauty that can emerge from the slow, patient processes of geology. On Madagascar's western coast, Baobab Alley stands as a breathtaking avenue of ancient giants. These Adansonia grandidieri trees, some over 800 years old, rise from the red earth, their massive trunks and sculptural forms a symbol of endurance and wonder. Locally called Ranala, Mother of the Forest, they are revered by the Malagasy people and support a unique ecosystem. Baobab Alley is a global treasure. Its future depends on our efforts to protect these magnificent trees for generations to come. In the heart of Bohol, over 1,700 near-perfect domes rise from the plains. These are the Chocolate Hills. During the dry season, their green grass turns brown, transforming the landscape into a sea of chocolate drops. Sculpted by ancient seas, tectonic forces, and time, they are both a geological wonder and the subject of local legends. Today, the Chocolate Hills stand as a protected monument, a surreal testament to nature's artistry. Rising from the prairies of Wyoming, Devil's Tower is a colossal stone pillar, an ancient igneous intrusion, its fluted columns a marvel of natural architecture. Sacred to Native American tribes and a challenge for climbers, it stands as both a geological wonder and a spiritual monument. Legends, science, and adventure converge here, where stone, sky, and spirit meet. Devil's Tower, a sentinel of the American West, forever reaching for the sky. Deep within Vietnam's Phong Nha, Ki Bang National Park lies Hang Son Doong, the world's largest cave passage, a subterranean universe of darkness, stone, and staggering scale. Its colossal chambers could fit a Boeing 747 or a 40-story skyscraper and even contain their own jungles and weather systems. Sunlight pours through collapsed ceilings, nurturing lush, hidden forests, and unique life deep below the surface. Hang Sundong remains a silent, magnificent underworld, one of Earth's last great secrets. Off Australia's coast lies the Great Barrier Reef, a living metropolis built by tiny coral polyps over millennia. These minuscule architects create vibrant, intricate structures, home to countless marine species. Coral and algae form a vital partnership, fueling the reef's energy and dazzling colors. This underwater city teems with life, from tiny fish to ancient turtles and patrolling sharks. Every creature, great and small, plays a role in this breathtaking, interconnected world. In the arid heart of Australia, rising from the flat red earth, stands a geological marvel of immense scale and profound significance. This is Uluru, a colossal sandstone monolith, one of the world's largest. It is not a mountain in the conventional sense, but the visible tip of a vast rock formation that continues for possibly 5 or 6 kilometers beneath the sandy plains. What we see is merely the weathered peak of an ancient giant, a single seamless stone that has stood sentinel over this landscape for more than 500 million years, witnessing the slow, inexorable march of geological time. Its sheer size is difficult to comprehend. It stands 348 meters high, taller than many of the world's most famous skyscrapers, and has a total circumference of over 9 kilometers. To walk around its base is a journey through time itself, a pilgrimage past wind-scoured caves, water-stained streaks, and textured surfaces that tell the story of its long existence. The rock is Arcosi, a type of sandstone rich in the mineral feldspar, which has been compressed and folded by immense geological forces deep within the Earth's crust, before being thrust upwards to face the elements. But it is the play of light upon its surface that truly defines Uluru's character. At sunrise and sunset, the monolith undergoes a spectacular transformation. As the sun's rays strike it at a low angle, the rock seems to ignite from within, glowing with an intense fiery red. This remarkable color is due to the oxidation of the iron-bearing minerals within the sandstone. Essentially, the rock is rusting. Throughout the day, its mood and color shift with the changing light, from ochre and terracotta to deep violet and bruised purple, a chameleon of stone in the vast open desert. This daily spectacle is a powerful reminder of the dynamic nature of our planet. Even this seemingly inert mass of rock is in a constant state of change, interacting with the light, the air, and the water. The fine red dust of the surrounding desert, itself born from the erosion of ancient mountains, coats the surface of Uluru, enhancing its crimson hues. It is a monument not only to geological time but also to the elemental forces that shape our world, a silent, powerful presence that dominates the physical and spiritual landscape of Australia's red center. For the local Aboriginal people, the Anangu, this is not just a rock. Uluru is a sacred living landscape, the physical evidence of the epic journeys and deeds of ancestral beings during the Chukurpa, or creation time. Every cave, rockfall, and waterhole on its surface is a chapter in this profound story, a tangible link to their culture, law, and identity. For tens of thousands of years, the Anangu have been the custodians of this land, their knowledge passed down through generations in stories, songs, and ceremonies that are inextricably woven into the fabric of the monolith itself. The Anangu do not see Uluru as a single uniform entity. Instead, they see a landscape rich with features, each with its own name, story, and significance. The deep grooves that scar its flanks are not seen as the work of water erosion alone, but as the tracks left by ancestral beings like the Kunia, the Woma python woman, and the Liru, the poisonous snake men, whose great battle is said to have shaped the face of the rock. These stories are not myths in the Western sense, they are a moral and ecological map, teaching lessons about behavior, responsibility, and the intricate connections between all living things. Evidence of this ancient human connection is etched into the rock itself. In the sheltered caves and overhangs around the base of Uluru, one can find galleries of rock art, some of which are thousands of years old. These paintings, created with pigments made from ochre, charcoal, and ash, are not merely decorative. They are a vital part of Anangu culture, used for teaching, recording historical events, and conducting ceremonies. They depict ancestral beings, animal tracks, and complex symbols, a visual language that communicates the profound spiritual knowledge of this place. To approach Uluru is to enter a place where the physical and spiritual worlds are one. It is a landscape that demands respect and quiet contemplation. The wind that whispers through its gullies seems to carry the echoes of ancient stories, and the enduring presence of the rock itself serves as a powerful reminder of a culture that has survived and thrived in this harsh environment for millennia. It is more than a natural wonder, it is the spiritual heart of a continent, a place of immense power, beauty and cultural resonance that continues to captivate all who visit. In the warm, tropical waters of the Maldivian archipelago, a natural phenomenon occurs that transforms the shoreline into a mirror of the heavens. This is the Sea of Stars, a spectacle of breathtaking ethereal beauty. As darkness falls and the waves gently lap the shore, the water begins to glow with an otherworldly blue light. Each ripple, each footstep on the wet sand, ignites a constellation of tiny, shimmering sparks. This is not magic but a remarkable biological process known as bioluminescence, a living light produced by countless microscopic organisms adrift in the ocean. The creators of this celestial display are a type of phytoplankton called dinoflagellates, specifically a species known as Lingulodinium polyedrum. These single-celled organisms are a vital part of the marine food web, but they possess an extraordinary defense mechanism. When disturbed by the motion of a wave, the stroke of a paddle, or a fish swimming through them, they release a flash of blue light. This sudden burst is thought to startle potential predators, acting as a kind of biological burglar alarm, sacrificing a few individuals to illuminate the attacker and make it visible to its own larger predators. The chemical reaction that produces this light is incredibly efficient. It involves a light-producing molecule called luciferin and an enzyme, luciferase. When oxygen is introduced into the equation, triggered by the mechanical stress on the organism's cell wall, luciferase catalyzes the oxidation of luciferin, releasing energy in the form of a cold blue light. It is a fleeting event, a flash lasting only a fraction of a second, but when millions of these organisms are disturbed at once by the rolling surf, the cumulative effect is a mesmerizing pulsating glow that paints the entire shoreline. This phenomenon is most common during periods of red tide, when the dinoflagellates bloom in massive numbers, turning the water a reddish-brown color by day. But it is at night that their true secret is revealed. The conditions must be just right: warm water temperatures and a significant bloom of the phytoplankton. When they align, the ocean puts on one of its most enchanting displays, a silent, glittering conversation between the living world and the darkness, reminding us that even in the smallest of organisms, there exists a capacity for profound and startling beauty. Witnessing the Sea of Stars is an experience that connects one directly to the hidden, microscopic world that underpins all life in the oceans. To trail a hand through the water is to leave a glittering wake, a personal comet's tail of liquid light. Each disturbance, no matter how small, triggers a chain reaction of brilliance, revealing the incredible density of life floating unseen in every drop of water. It is a powerful, humbling reminder of the sheer abundance of life on our planet and the intricate and often invisible systems that sustain it, a world within a world. The timing of this event is unpredictable, adding to its mystique. It depends on a complex interplay of ocean currents, water temperature, salinity, and nutrient availability. While it is most famously associated with Vadu Island in the Maldives, similar displays can occur in other parts of the world where conditions are favorable, such as in Puerto Rico, California, and Jamaica. But it is never guaranteed. It is an ephemeral gift from the ocean, a spectacle that may appear for a few nights and then vanish as the currents shift and the plankton bloom disperses back into the vastness of the sea. This natural light show serves a crucial ecological purpose beyond just defense. For some marine creatures, bioluminescence is used for communication, for luring prey, or for finding a mate in the perpetual darkness of the deep sea. The light produced by these dinoflagellates, however, is a more primal, reactive display. It is a testament to the constant, invisible struggle for survival that takes place in the ocean, a battle waged on a microscopic scale. The beautiful glow we see is, in essence, a collective cry of alarm, a beautiful consequence of a life-or-death moment. As the tide recedes and dawn approaches, the light show fades. The dinoflagellates, their internal clocks reset by the rising sun, cease their nocturnal illuminations and return to their daytime role of photosynthesis. the shoreline reverts to its familiar state, giving no hint of the cosmic display it hosted just hours before. The Sea of Stars remains a transient wonder, a fleeting reminder that our planet is filled with hidden marvels, waiting for the right moment to reveal their extraordinary, luminous secrets to those patient enough to watch. Deep within Croatia's mountainous heartland lies Plitvice Lakes National Park, a breathtaking world of 16 terraced lakes, cascading waterfalls and vibrant turquoise waters. Water sculpts this ever-changing landscape, creating a living canvas of color and life. Wooden walkways invite visitors to explore its crystal-clear depths and lush forests. Plitvice is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a fragile masterpiece where water and life are forever intertwined. In Venezuela's Canema National Park, immense flat-topped tepuis rise from ancient jungle. On Oyan Tepui, the Devil's Mountain, the Churun River plunges nearly a kilometer as Angel Falls, the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall. The water's breathtaking drop creates a misty cloud, nourishing a unique ecosystem below. For the Paimon people, Karepakupai Meru is sacred, a symbol of nature's power and mystery. Angel Falls stands as a wild, irreplaceable wonder, demanding our awe and protection. Beneath the sprawling wilderness of the American West in the corner of Wyoming, a giant sleeps. This is Yellowstone, North America's first and most famous national park. But its serene forests and sweeping valleys sit atop one of the largest active volcanic systems on the planet. The entire park is, in effect, a massive caldera, the collapsed remnant of a supervolcano that erupted with unimaginable force hundreds of thousands of years ago. The heat from this immense magma chamber simmering just a few kilometers below the surface is the engine that drives everything we see. This subterranean fire manifests itself in the park's most iconic features, its geothermal wonders. Yellowstone contains more than half of the world's geysers, hot springs, fumaroles, and mud pots. These are the safety valves of the volcano, releasing immense pressure and heat from below. The most famous of these is Old Faithful, a geyser that has become a symbol of the park's reliability and power. With remarkable predictability, it erupts in a towering column of scalding water and steam, a dramatic and visceral reminder of the immense forces churning just beneath one's feet. But Old Faithful is just one of thousands of geothermal features. The Grand Prismatic Spring, in the Midway Geyser Basin, is a breathtaking spectacle of color. It is the largest hot spring in the United States, a vast pool of deep blue water surrounded by concentric rings of vibrant orange, yellow, and green. These colors are not geological but biological. They are created by vast mats of thermophilic bacteria and archaea, hardy microorganisms that thrive in the scalding, mineral-rich water. Each color represents a different community of microbes, adapted to a specific temperature range, painting the landscape with the very palette of life itself. This geothermal activity shapes the entire landscape. Rivers are heated to steaming, minerals are deposited in intricate terrace-like formations like those at Mammoth Hot Springs, and the ground itself hisses and steams through vents called fumaroles. The air is often thick with the pungent smell of sulfur, a constant primal scent that speaks of the planet's molten core. To walk through Yellowstone's geyser basins is to witness the raw, creative, and sometimes violent processes that have shaped our world, a direct connection to the geological heartbeat of the Earth. The heat from below not only creates geysers, it also sustains a rich and abundant ecosystem above. The geothermal warmth keeps some rivers from freezing and melts snow on the ground, creating vital grazing areas for animals during the harsh Rocky Mountain winter. This has helped Yellowstone become one of the greatest wildlife sanctuaries in the world, a place often referred to as the American Serengeti. Here, vast herds of American bison, creatures that once roamed the continent in the tens of millions, find their last, best stronghold, their shaggy forms a powerful symbol of the untamed American West. These herds of bison, along with enormous herds of elk, are the foundation of a complex food web. They are prey for the park's formidable predators. After being absent for nearly 70 years, gray wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone in 1995 in one of the most ambitious and successful conservation efforts in history. Their return has had a profound cascading effect on the entire ecosystem, restoring a natural balance that had long been missing. The presence of the wolf packs, their haunting howls echoing through the Lamar Valley at dusk, signifies a wilderness that is truly whole again. Yellowstone is also prime habitat for both grizzly bears and black bears. These powerful omnivores forage through the park's meadows and forests, their lives dictated by the changing seasons. In spring, they emerge from their dens to feed on winter-killed carcasses, and in late summer they feast on berries and moths to build up fat reserves for the long hibernation ahead. Their presence demands respect and caution from all who visit. A humbling reminder that here, we are visitors in their domain, and the rules are set not by us, but by nature. From the majestic bald eagle soaring over the Yellowstone River to the shy pronghorn, the fastest land animal in the Western Hemisphere, racing across the sagebrush flats, the park is a living tapestry of North American fauna. It is a place where life has been allowed to continue in its ancient rhythms, governed by the forces of fire, ice, and predation. Yellowstone is not just a park, it is a functioning ecosystem on a grand scale, a precious and irreplaceable window into the world as it once was, and a beacon of hope for what can be preserved when we choose to let nature lead the way. In Egypt's Farafra Depression lies the White Desert, a surreal landscape sculpted by wind and time. Once a shallow sea, it's now a blinding expanse of chalk, shaped into bizarre formations, mushrooms, animals, and inselbergs, by relentless sand-laden winds. Life persists here. Fennec foxes, gazelles, and hardy plants thrive against the odds. As night falls, the chalk glows under a sky ablaze with stars, revealing the desert's quiet, enduring beauty. Deep within the heart of Brazil, nestled in the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park, lies a landscape so extraordinary it has been named after our celestial neighbor. This is the Vale da Lua, the Valley of the Moon. Its appearance is not the work of meteorite impacts or volcanic activity, but the patient, persistent artistry of water. For over 1 billion years, the waters of the São Miguel River have flowed over this ancient terrain, a river acting as a liquid chisel, slowly but surely carving one of the planet's most peculiar and beautiful rock formations. The rock here is predominantly quartz, one of the hardest minerals on Earth, yet it has yielded to the river's relentless flow. The water, carrying abrasive particles of sand and sediment, has acted like a natural polisher, smoothing, sculpting, and hollowing out the stone over geological time. The result is a bizarre and fascinating collection of smooth gray rock formations that resemble the craters and contours of the lunar surface. The entire valley floor is a tapestry of sinuous curves, deep potholes, and interconnected cauldrons, all polished to a silky, almost metallic sheen. Walking through the Vale da Lua is an experience akin to exploring an alien world. The shapes are organic, almost fluid, as if the rock itself was once molten and flash-frozen in mid-flow. Small pools of crystal-clear water collect in the hollows, creating natural swimming holes that offer a cool respite from the heat of the Brazilian savanna. These emerald and turquoise pools contrast beautifully with the pale gray of the surrounding rock, adding vibrant splashes of color to the monochromatic, moon-like scenery. It is a geological playground, inviting exploration and contemplation in equal measure. The sound of the river is a constant companion here, a reminder of the powerful force that created this spectacle. In the dry season it is a gentle murmur, a peaceful gurgle as it winds its way through the stony maze it has created. But during the rainy season the river transforms into a raging torrent, its power amplified, continuing its slow, inexorable work of shaping the valley. This cycle of gentle flow and powerful flood is the very pulse of the Vale da Lua, the rhythm to which this ancient landscape has been sculpted for millennia. The Vale da Lua is not an isolated wonder but an integral part of a much larger and incredibly biodiverse ecosystem, the Cerrado. This vast tropical savanna is one of the richest of its kind in the world, and the valley acts as a unique microhabitat within it. The surrounding landscape is a mosaic of grasslands, woodlands, and twisted cork-bark trees that are adapted to the region's seasonal fires and dry climate. This hardy vegetation provides a stark green and brown contrast to the smooth gray stone of the river valley itself. Life flourishes in and around the river's path. The crystal-clear waters support a variety of small fish, their darting movements visible in the tranquil pools. Brightly colored dragonflies and damselflies hover above the water's surface, their iridescent wings catching the tropical sunlight. The presence of water in this often dry environment attracts a wealth of wildlife from the surrounding Cerrado. Birds such as the toko toucan and the red and green macaw can often be seen in the trees that line the valley, their vibrant plumage a startling flash of color against the sky. The area is also a sanctuary for larger, more elusive animals. The maned wolf, with its long legs perfectly adapted for navigating the tall grasses of the savanna, may come to the river to drink. The giant anteater, a truly unique creature of the Cerrado, might be seen foraging for insects nearby. While sightings are rare, their presence underscores the ecological importance of this water source. The valley is more than just a geological curiosity. It is a vital lifeline, an oasis that sustains a complex web of life in the heart of the Brazilian savanna. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park and the Vale da Lua within it are protected areas of immense natural value. They represent one of the oldest and most diverse tropical ecosystems on the planet. To visit here is to witness the profound power of water to shape the very bones of the earth, creating not just a landscape of unearthly beauty, but also a haven for life. It is a powerful reminder of the intricate connections between geology, water, and the living world, a connection that is both ancient and ever-present. On the outskirts of Kyoto, in the district of Arashiyama, lies a place of profound and tranquil beauty. This is the Sagano Bamboo Forest, a natural wonder that engages not just the eyes but all the senses. As you step onto the path that winds through the grove, the world outside seems to fade away, replaced by an overwhelming sense of peace and verticality. Tens of thousands of bamboo stalks, thick and sturdy, soar towards the sky, their slender forms creating a dense canopy high above. They stand in perfect parallel lines, like the pillars of a vast green cathedral. The light that filters through the dense leaves is transformed. It becomes a soft, ethereal green, dappling the path below with shifting patterns of light and shadow. The effect is mesmerizing, creating an atmosphere that is at once serene and slightly surreal. The sheer height of the bamboo is astonishing, with some stalks reaching over 30 meters. Looking up, one sees a complex lattice of green leaves against the slivers of blue sky that manage to peek through, a living, breathing stained glass window. It is a world contained, a sanctuary from the hustle and bustle of modern life. The experience is as much auditory as it is visual. The Ministry of the Environment in Japan has designated the sounds here as one of the 100 soundscapes of Japan. It is a symphony of natural music. The wind rustles through the leaves high above, creating a soft, whispering sigh. The bamboo stalks themselves creak and knock gently against one another, a percussive rhythm that is both hollow and woody. This combination of sounds, the rustling, the creaking, the gentle knocking, is profoundly calming, a natural meditation that encourages you to slow down and simply listen. This forest is not entirely wild. It has been managed for centuries. The paths are carefully maintained, and the bamboo is harvested for use in various traditional Japanese crafts, from baskets and cups to fences and building materials. This long history of human interaction has shaped the forest into what it is today, a place where nature and culture are deeply intertwined. Walking here is to walk through a living piece of Japanese heritage, a testament to a culture that has long revered the simple, elegant beauty of the natural world. The plant at the heart of this forest, bamboo, is not a tree but a type of grass, and it is one of the fastest growing plants on Earth. Some species can grow up to a meter in a single day, a rate of growth so rapid it is almost perceptible. This incredible vitality is palpable within the grove. There is a sense of life, of constant upward striving that fills the air. The bamboo shoots emerge from the ground and race towards the light, reaching their full height in just a few months. This cycle of rapid growth gives the forest a dynamic, ever-renewing quality. The species of bamboo found here is primarily moso bamboo, known for its thick, strong culms or stalks. These stalks are hollow, a structure that provides incredible strength relative to its weight, which is why it is such a versatile building material. As you walk the path, you can observe the distinct segments, or nodes, on each stalk, which give bamboo its characteristic ringed appearance. The color is a vibrant, deep green, though some older stalks may have a more yellowish hue, creating subtle variations in the forest's color palette and telling the story of each plant's life cycle. The forest floor is kept remarkably clear, covered in a soft layer of fallen bamboo leaves. This careful management prevents the undergrowth from becoming too dense, and allows the visitor to fully appreciate the clean, vertical lines of the bamboo stalks. This minimalism is a key element of the forest's aesthetic, reflecting principles found in Japanese art and garden design, where simplicity and space are used to evoke a sense of peace and harmony. The uncluttered ground draws the eye upward, emphasizing the immense height and serene order of the grove. To experience the Sagano bamboo forest at its most magical is to visit in the early morning or late evening, when the crowds have thinned. In the quiet solitude, the rustling of the leaves and the creaking of the stalks become more pronounced, and the play of light is at its most dramatic. It is in these moments that the forest truly feels like a sacred space, a place for contemplation and connection. It is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound wonders are not vast mountain ranges or deep oceans, but a simple, perfectly ordered forest of green. Deep in Patagonia, the marble caves of Chile, Capillas de Marmol, are a cathedral sculpted by water over millennia. Turquoise glacial waters carve intricate tunnels and pillars, painting the marble in swirling blues and whites. Light and water create a living, ever-changing spectacle. This remote sanctuary is a testament to nature's patience and artistry, a fragile wonder that inspires awe and calls for protection. On the Isle of Skye at the foot of the Black Quillen Mountains, the fairy pools shimmer with crystal-clear blues and greens. The water, filtered by volcanic rock, is so pure you can see every pebble below. These enchanting pools, surrounded by misty peaks and wild moorland, feel like a place of legend. Protecting this fragile beauty ensures the magic of the fairy pools endures for generations to come. In the heart of the Sahara lies the Richat structure, known as the Eye of the Sahara. From space, its colossal circular rings are unmistakable, a bullseye nearly 50 kilometers wide. Once thought to be a meteorite crater, geologists now believe it's a deeply eroded geological dome shaped by uplift and erosion over millions of years. This natural wonder is a testament to Earth's slow, powerful forces, inspiring awe in all who behold it. In Oregon's Painted Hills, the earth reveals its artistry, layers of red, gold, ochre, and black, each a chapter in a story millions of years old. These vibrant bands are born from ancient volcanic ash, tropical forests, and shifting climates, shaped by wind and rain. To walk here is to witness time itself, a living masterpiece where science and beauty converge, and the planet's creative power is written in color across the land. In the Great Rift Valley of northern Tanzania lies a body of water so hostile, so otherworldly, it seems to belong to another planet. This is Lake Natron, a shallow salt lake whose waters are a startling visceral shade of crimson. It is not blood that gives the lake its color, but a thriving community of microscopic life that has adapted to one of the most extreme environments on Earth. The lake is fed by mineral-rich hot springs and the southern Ewaso Ngiro River. But with no outlet, evaporation is intense under the fierce African sun, leaving behind a hyper-concentrated brine of salts and minerals. The lake's unique chemistry is the key to its existence and its forbidding reputation. Its waters are incredibly alkaline, with a pH level that can reach over 10.5, almost as alkaline as ammonia. This high alkalinity comes from the sodium carbonate and other minerals that leach into the lake from the surrounding volcanic soils. This caustic cocktail is lethal to most forms of life. Animals that are not adapted to these conditions and happen to fall into the lake are quickly overcome. Their bodies are preserved, calcified by the sodium carbonate deposits, turning them into eerie stone-like statues along the shoreline. Yet, where most see a landscape of death, life in its most tenacious form finds a way. The brilliant red and orange hues of the water are created by vast blooms of salt-loving microorganisms known as haloarchaea. These extremophiles flourish in the saline-rich environment, their photosynthetic pigments, particularly bacterioruberin, painting the water in these dramatic shades. The color can vary in intensity, shifting from orange to deep scarlet depending on the water's depth and the concentration of the microorganisms, creating a vast, ever-changing canvas of color under the African sky. This seemingly inhospitable lake is paradoxically a vital cradle of life for one particular species. It is the single most important breeding ground in the world for the lesser flamingo. These remarkable birds are uniquely adapted to the lake's harsh conditions. Their tough skin and scaly legs protect them from the caustic water, and their specialized beaks can filter out the toxic brine to feed on the spirulina algae that also thrive here. They build their mud mound nests on the salt islands that form during the dry season, safe from predators who cannot brave the deadly waters. The survival of the lesser flamingos at Lake Natron is one of nature's great spectacles, a testament to the power of adaptation. Over 2 million of these birds journey to this alkaline sanctuary to breed, creating a breathtaking sea of pink against the crimson backdrop of the lake. The very conditions that make the lake so dangerous to others provide the flamingos with the perfect refuge. The caustic water and remote location ensure that their nesting sites are almost entirely free from terrestrial predators, giving their chicks the best possible chance of survival in this harsh yet protective environment. The ecosystem of Lake Natron is a finely balanced web of extremophiles. The foundation of this unique food chain is a type of cyanobacteria, a blue-green algae called spirulina. Like the haloarchaea, spirulina thrives in the alkaline water, photosynthesizing to produce energy and, in the process, contributing to the lake's unusual color palette. It is this algae that the flamingos have evolved to eat. Using their specialized filter-feeding beaks, they sieve vast quantities of spirulina from the water, which in turn provides them with the carotenoid pigments that give their feathers their iconic pink color. The landscape surrounding the lake is dominated by the imposing presence of Old Doinyo Lengai, an active volcano known to the Maasai people as the Mountain of God. This is the only volcano in the world that erupts nitrocarbonatite lava, a unique low-temperature lava that is rich in the very sodium and potassium carbonates that give Lake Natron its extreme alkalinity. The ash from its eruptions constantly replenishes the minerals in the soil and water, ensuring the lake's chemistry remains stable. The lake and the volcano are inextricably linked, a geological partnership that creates and sustains this extraordinary environment. Lake Natron stands as a powerful symbol of the resilience of life in the face of extreme adversity. It is a place of stark and brutal beauty where the line between life and death is etched into the very landscape. The calcified remains of fallen creatures serve as a grim warning of its power, while the vibrant spectacle of the flamingo flock celebrates its role as a unique and irreplaceable sanctuary. This crimson lake is a reminder that even in the planet's most inhospitable corners, life can adapt, flourish, and create scenes of astonishing and unforgettable beauty. Deep within a steep Colombian canyon, Las Lajas Sanctuary rises above the Guaitara River, a breathtaking Gothic revival church built into the cliffs. Legend says a miraculous image of the Virgin Mary appeared here, inspiring generations to build this marvel. The sanctuary's soaring arches and stone bridge unite faith, nature, and human ingenuity, suspended between earth and sky, a symbol of hope and wonder. Mount Everest, Sagarmatha to the Nepalese, Chomolungma to the Tibetans, rises as the highest point on Earth, a symbol of ultimate challenge and spiritual significance. Its thin air, brutal cold, and fierce winds test all who approach. For the Sherpa, Everest is sacred, a mother goddess. To stand atop its summit is a rare triumph, but the mountain's legacy reminds us to respect and protect the wild places of our world. Raja Ampat, Indonesia, is the heart of the Coral Triangle, a realm of over 1,500 jungle-clad islands and turquoise seas. Beneath the surface lies the richest marine environment on Earth, teeming with vibrant coral reefs and countless species. Here, local communities live in harmony with nature, protecting this underwater Eden for future generations. Raja Ampat is a beacon of hope for our planet's oceans. In southern Utah, Bryce Canyon is a wonderland of stone spires called hoodoos, sculpted by water, wind, and time. These vibrant formations, painted in reds and oranges, create a landscape that feels both alien and magical. At sunrise and sunset, the hoodoos glow, and at night, the sky above is filled with stars. Bryce Canyon is a place of beauty, silence, and ever-changing wonder. In Alaska's frozen wilderness, the Mendenhall Glacier hides a secret: the breathtaking ice caves, sculpted by meltwater and glowing with ethereal blue light. To enter is to step into the glacier's heart, a world of shifting ice, silence, and fragile beauty. These caves are fleeting masterpieces shaped and destroyed by the forces of nature. Their radiant blue light calls us to witness and protect these wonders before they vanish forever. Off the coast of Africa lies the island of Madagascar, a world apart, where evolution has followed its own unique and often bizarre path. Here, in the western part of the island, we find a landscape so strange, so otherworldly, that it seems to have been sculpted by an alien intelligence. This is the Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park, a vast plateau of limestone that has been eroded over millions of years into a dense forest of razor-sharp pinnacles. The Malagasy word Tsingy translates as, "where one cannot walk barefoot," a fitting and understated description for this formidable and spectacular geological wonder. This great stone labyrinth began its life millions of years ago as a vast limestone seabed. Tectonic activity later thrust this plateau upwards, exposing it to the elements. For millennia, heavy tropical rains have worked their way into the rock, dissolving the limestone along a grid of vertical and horizontal fissures. This patient, relentless process of erosion known as karstification has carved the plateau into a seemingly impenetrable maze of sharp needles, deep canyons, and hidden caves. The result is a landscape that is both breathtakingly beautiful and exceptionally dangerous to traverse, a fortress of stone that has remained largely untouched by human influence. The sheer scale of the Tsingy is difficult to comprehend. It covers an area of over 600 square miles, a jagged sea of gray stone spires, some reaching heights of over 300 feet. From above, it resembles a colossal bed of nails, an intricate and menacing topography. Navigating this terrain requires specialized equipment and considerable courage, with explorers relying on a network of rope bridges, ladders, and steel cables to move between the towering pinnacles. It is a vertical world, demanding respect and caution at every step, a true wilderness in every sense of the word. But this stone forest is far from lifeless. In one of nature's great paradoxes, this seemingly inhospitable environment harbors an astonishingly rich and unique ecosystem. Life has adapted to this vertical world in remarkable ways. The deep shaded canyons at the base of the pinnacles retain moisture, supporting pockets of dense, dry forest, while the sun-baked summits are home to specialized plants that can survive in the barest of rock crevices. It is a world of contrasts, where life not only survives but thrives in the most unlikely of circumstances, clinging tenaciously to the razor-sharp edges of existence. Within this fortress of stone, a unique community of animals has evolved, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. The isolation and complexity of the terrain have provided a perfect sanctuary, protecting them from predators and human disturbance. Perhaps the most charismatic residents are the lemurs. The Deccan's sifaka, with its creamy white fur, leaps with astonishing agility from one sharp pinnacle to another, its padded hands and feet providing a secure grip on the treacherous rock. They navigate this vertical jungle with an effortless grace that defies the apparent danger of their surroundings. The Tsingy is a refuge for a remarkable diversity of creatures. Over 100 species of birds have been recorded here, along with dozens of species of reptiles and amphibians that find shelter in the cool, damp canyons. The red-fronted brown lemur explores the lower forest canopy, while nocturnal species like the tiny gray mouse lemur emerge under the cover of darkness to forage. Even the caves and crevices within the limestone itself are home to bats and other specialized cave dwellers. This intricate landscape is not a barrier to life, but a complex, multi-layered habitat that supports it in myriad forms. The conservation of this unique landscape is of paramount importance. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Tsingy de Bemaraha is a living laboratory of evolution. It demonstrates how life can adapt and diversify in even the most extreme environments. The sharp pinnacles that make the area so difficult to access have also been its salvation, preserving a snapshot of Madagascar's incredible biodiversity. The challenge now is to protect it from threats such as illegal logging and poaching that encroach upon its periphery, ensuring this stone sanctuary remains intact. Exploring the Singhi is a journey into a primeval world, a humbling encounter with the raw power of geological time and the tenacity of life. It is a place that challenges our perceptions of what a forest can be, replacing trees of wood with spires of stone. It stands as a powerful testament to the endless creativity of the natural world, a jagged, beautiful, and utterly unique masterpiece carved by water and time, and a vital stronghold for some of our planet's most extraordinary and irreplaceable creatures. In the Gulf of Tonkin, Ha Long Bay rises, a legend written in stone and water. Its name means descending dragon, echoing myths of dragons creating these limestone islands to protect the land. Over 1,600 karsts emerge from emerald waters, shaped by millions of years. This breathtaking landscape is home to unique wildlife, floating villages, and ancient caves. But its future is fragile. Protecting Ha Long Bay ensures its magic endures for generations. The Namib Desert, along Africa's southwest coast, is the world's oldest desert, a vast elemental sea of sand shaped by wind and time. Its colossal red dunes, the tallest on Earth, shift and glow with the sun's journey. Life here survives on fog from the Atlantic, a lifeline in this harsh world. Where sand meets sea, the haunting skeleton coast tells stories of shipwrecks and survival. The Namib endures, timeless, resilient, and alive. Our journey is drawing to a close. We have traveled across continents and oceans, from the highest peaks to the deepest caves, from scorching deserts to frozen worlds of ice. We have witnessed the Earth's power to sculpt landscapes of breathtaking beauty and its ingenuity in fostering life in the most unlikely of places. From the mirror-flat salt pans of Bolivia to the descending dragons of Ha Long Bay, each wonder we have explored is a unique chapter in the epic story of our planet, a story that has been unfolding for billions of years. These places are not mere scenery, they are the living, breathing heart of our world. The diversity we have seen is a testament to the intricate and delicate balance of the systems that govern our planet. The vibrant reefs, the ancient forests, the surreal geological formations, all are interconnected parts of a single, global ecosystem. This extraordinary variety of life and landscape is our shared natural heritage. It is a source of infinite wonder, inspiration, and knowledge. It reminds us of our place within the natural world, not as masters of it, but as a part of it, one species among millions, dependent on the health and stability of the whole. But this precious heritage is fragile. The pressures of a changing climate and the ever-expanding footprint of humanity threaten to erase these wonders forever. The glowing caves, the colorful mountains, and the teeming oceans are not immune to our actions. The responsibility to protect them falls to each and every one of us. We must strive to live in greater harmony with our planet, to cherish its beauty, and to work tirelessly to preserve it for the generations that will follow us. The future of these hidden gems, and indeed of our world, is in our hands. Thank you for joining us on this breathtaking exploration of Earth's hidden wonders. It is our hope that this journey has not only showcased the incredible beauty of our planet, but has also ignited a deeper appreciation for its fragility and a stronger commitment to its protection. The world is full of marvels, many still waiting to be discovered. If you wish to continue exploring the extraordinary beauty of our home, please consider subscribing. For now, let us carry with us the memory of these incredible places and the resolve to ensure they